हेलो चेक। Hello, check. Hello, check, check. Hello, mic check. Hello, mic check. Hello, check. Hello.
1.5. I request Honorable Mr. Chief Justice of India, Justice Surya Kanji, Honorable Justice P. Prasanna Varale, sir, Judge Supreme Court of India, Mr. Vikas Singh, President SCBA, Mr. Rahul Kaushik, Vice President SCBA, Mr. Nitin Thakkar ji, President Bombay Bar Association, to please come on the dais. Respected Honorable Judges, Senior Advocates, learned faculty members, and young colleagues. I request Ms. Samta Pushkarna Mishra, Executive Member SCBA, to come forward and present planter to Honorable Mr. Justice Surya Kanji, Chief Justice of India. I request Ms. Smriti Kumari, Member Executive SCBA, to come forward and present planter to Honorable Judge Prasanna Varale, sir, Judge Supreme Court of India. I request Mr. Mukesh Kumar, Executive Member SCBA, to come forward and present planter to Mr. Nitin Ji Thakkar, President Bombay Bar Association. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to this advocacy training course organized by the Supreme Court Bar Association in association with Bombay Bar Association. For young advocates, the journey of litigation is challenging, demanding, and deeply rewarding. Advocacy is not merely about knowing the law, it is about thinking clearly, speaking with confidence, and standing firmly for justice. Programs like this will help bridge the gap between the theory and the practice. Over the years, Bombay Bar Association shaped advocates through its unique approach, learning by doing. Guided by honorable judges, senior advocates, dedicated faculty who have imparted training selflessly and pro bono. Their commitment reminds us that the bar grows stronger when the knowledge is shared. I wish all a meaningful and enriching experience to all of you. With this, I thank you everyone who are present here. And now I request Mr. Rahul Kaushik, Vice President SCBA, to come and give the welcome address.
Honorable Mr. Justice Surya Kant, Chief Justice of India, Honorable Mr. Justice P.B. Varale, Judge Supreme Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Farhan Dubash, Judge Bombay High Court. Besides being a judge, I am told he's a very good sports person, also recently won a badminton tournament in the judges category. Mr. Sham Diwan, Senior Advocate, Mr. Nitin Thakkar, President, Bombay Bar Association, Mr. Naushad, Secretary, Bombay Bar Association. On behalf of Supreme Court Bar Association, I welcome you all. I also wish to credit Mr. Sham Diwan, Senior Advocate, who took this initiative to have this sort of collaboration between SCBA and Bombay Bar Association. We are very hopeful this collaboration, a lot of young lawyers are going to get a lot of help with this initiative, with this 2-year training program for obviously young litigants. You're going to get very good benefit out of it. All these trainers which the Bombay Bar Association has arranged, they're all very highly trained. In fact, what I'm told by the secretary, they keep on doing this program very frequently, and a lot of young lawyers have benefit out of it. So on behalf of Supreme Court Bar Association, I welcome the Bombay Bar Association members, all the trainers specifically who have specially come to train all our young members in SCBA. I wish all of them a good success and a very good training program. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul. Now I request Mr. Vikas Singh, President SCB, to kindly address the gathering.
Honorable the Chief Justice of India, Justice Surya Kant, Justice Varale, Justice Dubash, Mr. Nitin Thakkar, It is indeed a very proud moment for us that the Bombay Bar Association is doing this training for our lawyers, especially for these 2.5 days. It's a very good initiative in the sense that every trainer who has come is a practicing advocate, and to take out time from his or her busy schedule to do something like this is something very, very heartening. It's actually something I was just discussing with the Honorable Chief Justice of India. He was saying that we should also have some kind of program like this in our association. In fact, as SCBA, this is the second such program that we've done in this year. And we hope to do many more like this, but I'm definitely hopeful that probably the SCBA also can start a faculty of this kind and do this on a regular continuing basis, because we've got such eminent counsels amongst us, and who can be really very, who can be used to train our young members of the bar, because the young members, apart from the knowledge that they get in these colleges, to get some experience of how to practice and the advocacy skills, I think it's a very, very good step that we are doing. And I thank the Honorable Chief Justice of India for coming for this function today. And I'm sure there are 50 students selected for this program, and they will all be enriched by this association and by this program. It's also very heartening that a sitting judge who used to be a trainer with this Bombay as an advocate of the Bombay Bar Association is also here today with all of you to train them, so train all of you. So that's also something very, very laudable, that even as a sitting judge, he's continuing this program. That shows that he has got his heart in this particular work of training youngsters. And I would accordingly commend the Bombay Bar for doing some fantastic work and take this forward. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Nitin Thakkar, President, Bombay Bar Association, to kindly come and address the gathering.
My Lord the Chief Justice of India, Sri Surya, the Honorable Mr. Justice Prasanna Varale, Judge Supreme Court of India, the Honorable Mr. Justice Farhan Dubash, Mr. Vikas Singh, President of Supreme Court Bar Association, Mr. Rahul Kaushik, Vice President of Supreme Court Bar Association, Ms. Pragna Baghel, Secretary, Supreme Court Bar Association, senior advocates, other members of Supreme Court Bar Association, my colleagues from Mumbai, members of Bombay Bar Association, and the young brigade of 52 lawyers who are present today. Let me begin by expressing my heartfelt gratitude to Supreme Court Bar Association for inviting the Bombay Bar Association for conducting advocacy training course. It is an honor that my Lord the Chief Justice has graced the occasion by his presence and is inaugurating the 14th training course in trial advocacy conducted by Bombay Bar Association. Bombay Bar Association advocacy training course has gained tremendous momentum over the last few years. Structured advocacy training, which is followed by our trainers, is courtesy the International Advocacy Training Council. The IATC is a non-profit organization having its registered office in Hong Kong. It is affiliated with many countries such as South Africa, England, Australia, Malaysia, and of course India through the Bombay Bar Association. Our association is the only one in India that can boast a training faculty, and I must confess that we have brought the best of our faculty to train here in Delhi. Out of the 14 courses that we have conducted so far, 2 were conducted in Goa at the invitation of Goa Bar Association. 1 was conducted at Chennai upon the invitation of the Madras Bar Association, and rest of our courses have been conducted in Mumbai. As the advocacy training course expands its footprints in India, I am happy to share that this May, the Bombay Bar Association will be conducting its 15th training course in the Meghalaya High Court. I am already told by Anandita that Rajasthan and Kolkata and Odisha Bar, all 3 are waiting in wings to have one course organized there. and we will certainly doing it. In the last 4 to 5 years, we have trained about 700 junior lawyers in various bar associations, and thereby attempting to educate and assist the juniors at the bar in their pursuit to become better advocates. I say unabashedly and with a sense of pride that we have always been encouraged by the Chief Justices of various high courts where we have conducted our causes. And now, with the presence and encouragement of my Lord the Chief Justice of India, our cause feels validated and it is truly a feather in our cap. It seems all very good for me to applaud the cause and its reach, but to not give credit where it is due would be a true disservice. The cause and its success must be attributed to the members of our bar who form the faculty and are the heart and soul of our cause. The faculty is passionate about this cause in its entirety. Not only do they spend their time in training the junior advocates, but they do so voluntarily, sacrificing their time, money, and energy. It is also noteworthy that each time trainers travel for the purpose of the course, the travel expenses are wholly borne by the trainers themselves. My Lord, these trainers, now we have been invited by South Africa Bar, Malaysia Bar, Singapore Bar, Australia Bar to come and train their junior lawyers. And our trainers are going there. And now we are now recognized internationally for the purpose of training. And this is a true testament of the commitment of the faculty members and their willingness to give back to the legal fraternity by helping better the quality of the bar. Members of BBA faculty have attended IATC conferences and now will be speakers at the next conference, which is being held in Pattaya on 1st of May. We have also received invitations from UAE, South Africa, Malaysia, Australia, and Scotland, where BBA trainers become part of the foreign faculty and train the juniors in those jurisdictions. We also have foreign trainers from various countries that have joined the Indian faculty and trained junior advocates, including Malaysia, South Africa, Scotland, and Australia. For this course, we are joined by a trainer from Scotland, and I thank Scottish Bar for the same. Trainers from South Africa were to join, but due to the unfortunate ongoing situation in the Middle East, they were compelled to cancel. To the trainers, I sincerely thank you for your time, your generosity, and your passion. I wish you all the very best. Although in countries like England, Malaysia, and Hong Kong, one cannot practice at the bar without successfully completing a training course, the need for such a course in India cannot be understated. Every student that has participated in the course has, in an anonymous survey, stated that they felt that their advocacy skills had been honed and that they would recommend this course to friends and colleagues. Trial advocacy is an art. And let me tell you, all successful eminent lawyers and judges have started their career in law from trial court. We, the members of Bombay Bar Association, are fortunate that our grooming took place in trial court at Bombay High Court, because Bombay High Court has original site. As Clarence Darrow, whom some regard as the greatest American lawyer of 20th century, has said, the only real lawyers are trial lawyers. I therefore say to my young junior friends, training with us on this course, congratulations. I urge you to seize every opportunity to develop your skills, just like you have by coming here today. Over the duration of the course, you will notice how every word you utter in court, every fact you marshal, and every argument you craft shapes you into the fine advocates you will eventually become. Being a lawyer and being an advocate are not the same. It is one thing to know the law and another thing to apply it, and another thing altogether to be an advocate. Advocacy lies at the heart of our legal practice. It is in the courtroom that an advocate's prowess and skill is most prominently displayed. It is in the courtroom where we all come together in pursuit of justice. And lastly, on the use of AI. Let me tell you, I am one for use of AI, but not for learning advocacy training course. In fact, Bombay Bar Association is one of the first bar association in India to have come up with guidelines for the use of artificial intelligence by lawyers. And I have brought some guideline books for you here. I have read that Supreme Court is also considering issuing guidelines for the judges for responsible use of AI. And I believe I read today that Supreme Court is going to use AI for the purpose of allotting the matters to the courts without interference, human interference. But I asked myself, for this course, should one use AI? And do you know how I found the answer? I asked ChatGPT. And I am now repeating the answer given by ChatGPT, open inverted commas, the case against allowing artificial intelligence. A. Undermining core skills. If students rely on AI to write submissions or arguments, they may never develop the mental rigor that advocacy requires. Logical structuring, language precision, or live thinking on their feet. This can't be outsourced to a model. B. Assessment integrity. In any evaluative component, namely written submissions or oral arguments preparation, AI could make it impossible to tell whether the work reflects a student's own understanding. This affects fairness and credibility of certification. And C. Risk of shallow understanding. Artificial intelligence can produce fluent but superficial legal reasoning. Students might learn to reproduce confident prose without grasping the underlying principles or the art of applying precedent to the fact. Inverted commas close. So I will leave to each one of you to decide for yourself whether to use AI for the course or not. And thank you once again for your time. I commend your patience for becoming better advocates and wish you lots of success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Bhavik Lannan, Course Director, to kindly give just introduction of Advocacy Training course.
My Lord, Honorable the Chief Justice of India, Honorable Mr. Justice P.B. Varade, Mr. Justice Farhan Dubash, Mr. Vikas Singh, President, Supreme Court Bar Association, Mr. Nitin Thakkar, President, Bombay Bar Association, Mr. Rahul Kaushik, Vice President, Supreme Court Bar Association, Mr. Naushad Engineer, Secretary, Bombay Bar Association, Ms. Pragya Baghel, Secretary, Supreme Court Bar Association, my esteemed colleagues of the SCBA, the senior members, and my dear Bombay Bar Association advocacy trainers, and my dear friends. It is a privilege to address this August gathering today and to introduce the advocacy training course for junior advocates of the SCBA. This is our 14th advocacy training course which we are doing in association with SCBA. And at the outset, first I should commend SCBA to have this alliance with us, which will definitely take our both bar association very long in collaborating our energies, in collaborating our infrastructure to provide these opportunities to our young advocates. I remember since the time Honorable Justice Surya was elevated to the Supreme Court, and my observation says at every occasion he has emphasized that the junior advocates need proper training and the senior advocates should contribute their time in doing pro bono matters and to teach the juniors. And it's my pleasure today that I'm addressing this gathering in very much of his presence, and we are really very fortunate to have his presence here. To explain the course in nutshell, my lords, This is a course where we take 2.5 days, where the skills of cross-examination, examination in chief, and oral advocacy are reimposed in the juniors by adopting a model which we use it as a role play model, where the juniors perform in the court, where we give them a proposition, and our expert trainers individually focus on their mistakes which they commit, and we try to rectify those by we performing that role. And this entire performance is recorded, and the recording is shown to them to teach them that what are the teaching points which you availed while you were performing. And as we move ahead with the training, there have been lot of demand from the young advocates that this should happen very often in most of the cases, in most of the courts. But as we know that there are limitations sometimes for the infrastructure, over here again I would like to thank the Supreme Court and the registry that we have been provided with the courtrooms, because the entire training happens in the courtroom, where we require that environment where the juniors can adopt the culture of conducting cross-examination and trial, as well as making oral submissions. We always feel that had we been fortunate during the times when we started, this would have really benefited us. But trust me, this is my word to my young junior fellow members who are enrolled in this course, that if you sincerely adopt the pattern in which now you are going to be taught, this course is going to bring in lot of changes fundamentally into your thought process, into your practice which you will be doing before the courts. And I can assure for my trainers, my colleagues who are here, who have duly undergone a training, a very rigorous training from the International Advocacy Training Council, they are certified, and only then they are entitled to come and train you. So please avail this opportunity. To close my address today, I would like to thank Mr. Shyam Diwan, who has been very kind to support us for this course along with SCBA, and in particular each and every member of the SCBA, Pragya the most, because she has been with us for last 15 days, and the efforts which the entire staff has taken to make this infrastructure ready really requires commendment. And with this, I conclude this address, wishing you, each one of you, all the very best and a very good evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhavik. Now I request Honorable Justice Prasanna Varale to kindly give his small address to the gathering.
Honorable the Chief Justice of India, Shri Surya Kant ji, my esteemed brother Farhan Dubhash ji, the Chairman of Supreme Court Bar Association, Vikas Singh ji, Nitin Bhai ji Thakkar from Bombay Bar Association, Pragya ji and Rahul, naam to suna hi hoga. All my good old friends from Mumbai, and I'm really happy to see all of them. Neha ji is also there, and all my young friends. Well, last weekend only, we celebrated the Women's Day. On the very day, the men's team won the trophy for the third time, World Cup, and created history on the Women's Day. It seems that Pragya ji was so impressed by that achievement. As soon as I entered in the audience, she took my wicket by playing a googly. I was supposed when Pragya ji and the other members came and invited me, I said I'll be very happy, I'll be certainly there. And I told them also that I will be in the audience. And they said, yes, sir, you will be in the audience. As soon as I enter here, she said, sir, you will have to also be part of the stage. I was really not very ready for that, but anyway. And I congratulate the Supreme Court Bar Association and thank Bombay Bar Association for this wonderful beginning. I always say that all these young lawyers, they are really the powerhouse of the energy. The only need is to channelize their energy by a positive way. And I appeal, I always say to all my young friends that the key words for success in this profession are hard work, and hard work. And now you are being supported with this training. All those are the wonderful trainers having a rich experience at their credit, and they are sparing their time, sharing their knowledge and wisdom with you. I only conclude with a couplet of Harivansh Rai ji. You must have heard it. I wish all you a very best. And Harivansh Rai ji says, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती, लहरों से डरकर नौका कभी पार नहीं होती, नन्ही सी चींटी दीवार पर चढ़ती है उतरती है, चढ़ती है उतरती है, हर बार चढ़ना उतरना उसे नहीं अखरता, उसकी कोशिश फिर कामयाब होती है, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. विशिंग यू ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट. थैंक यू.
Thank you, sir. Sir, Indian team won the World Cup, but today by accepting our offer, you won our SCBA heart, sir. With this, now I request Honorable Mr. Justice Surya, Chief Justice of India, to kindly give his inaugural address.
My esteemed colleague, Brother Justice Prasanna from the Supreme Court, Shri Vikas Singh, President of the Supreme Court Bar Association, Shri Nitin Thakkar Sahab, Senior Advocate, President of the Bombay Bar Association, Rahul, Pragya, and the entire team of the Supreme Court Executive Team, Senior Advocates, Mr. Shyam Diwan, Archana ji, Dr. Nandita, Dr. Monica, and all legal luminaries. Most importantly, I think a lot of credit goes to, and we are extremely thankful to the dedicated team of the trainers, I think, and the trainers, of course, not only within and different jurisdictions coming and participating. My dear young friend, the advocates who have recently been trained, thank you very much for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to share my views. Earlier, I thought that if the training program is still going on, then I will inflict a longer lecture. But then, having realized that you have been well trained and for 2.5 days as the man of the match, and my brother Farhan and Bhuvit, all of them, they have done a commendable job as the trainers. I think the importance of initial learning of the professional, the nitty-gritties that when you enter into a new field, that how are you supposed to conduct yourself in court, how do you draft the petition, how you draft a plaint or a written statement. And most importantly, that the disappearing the art of the examination chief and cross-examination is something which I always remain very concerned. I will commend the project director and all the trainers that if they have been able to imbibe you the art of cross-examination, the art of examination chief, that is extremely important. Let me just share you with one small experience. Yesterday only I had a delegate of about 40-50 lawyers coming from UK, and some of them were from US, and they were with me in the evening. So the first question they asked me about how the training is imparted to the members of the bar in India. So I shared with them that as of now we don't have any structured training program for the members of the bar, though for the judicial officers we have been able to set up the National Judicial Academy, even that includes for the High Court judges, and of course every state has now its own state judicial academy under the High Court. But as far as the lawyers are concerned, so my first impression to them was that the training for a young lawyer, for a new entrant in profession, that starts from the office of the senior counsel where he starts working. And then I shared my own experience with them that as a newly passed out law graduate, the very next day I started going to the district court with one of the very top leading senior civil lawyer. So in the office of the, I am talking about 1984, most of the civil litigation at that time, with the top brass lawyers will be pertaining to the sanctity, genuineness of a will, a gift deed, a GPA, power of attorney. So where the witnesses have signed, some witness has died, somebody is resiled, somebody has been won over, this kind of situation. And there the whole night you prepare that how you are going to have the examination chief if it is your own witness, and how are you going to cross-examine the witness of the other party. That itself was a very long exercise, and for that purpose the entire brief, all the documents which we are yet to be exhibited, even those documents will also be taken into consideration, and this is how we used to formulate the questions. Similarly, there was lot of emphasis on the drafting. In the plaint, what is should be disclosed, and most importantly, what is not to be disclosed. So there to be a lot of discussions about it, that how a plaint is drafted, and similarly in the written statement while framing preliminary issues and all possible preliminary issues, and then what is again that what are you going to have the defenses in the on merits also. And believe me that I could work only in the district courts for about 8 months or so, and then I shifted to High Court. In 86, after 1 year of joining the office with a senior lawyer in the High Court, I started my own independent practice. And I never hesitate in sharing that for the first 3 years of my independent practice, I very comfortably survived and sustained only because there were 7-8 top brass leading lawyers of my High Court who used to give all the complicated cases of their offices for drafting purposes to me. So I used to be engaged only for drafting. And I vividly recollect, I would charge only rupees 550 for the entire brief that would be given to me as a counsel, where I will draft also, then appear also, and up to the last, up to disposal, that used to be fee. But there were 5 offices at least out of 7 who would always give me not less than 1100 only for drafting the petition. So I used to eagerly wait that I am getting. Of course, with the passage of time that my own work multiplied, then I requested them. But I am only trying to give the importance of learning the drafting and the skill of cross-examination. Similarly, when some of the lawyers came to know in the High Court that I have learnt the examination chief and cross-examination of the witnesses. So in the election petition, then I was preferred. Because in all election petitions, then you have the witnesses, and this grilling of witnesses is extremely important in election petitions. So I got lot of works for the election petitions also only because of this reasoning. So this is extremely important part of the training that you have really undergone. It will make lot of qualitative difference. I have also been emphasizing that, and that was the only reason that I have always been impressing upon the young members of the bar, that if you can start your career, say from the district court for a couple of months before then shifting to the High Court, to the Supreme Court, it will really enhance your professional quality when you enter the Supreme Court or the High Court, because at least when you open the brief, you know that what's going to be there while arguing, say, a civil matter or any criminal matter, even for the purpose of a bail matter, at least how the FIR is read, how the MLR or the medical evidence is to be construed. All these things, when as a district court, when you are in the practice, in the practical training part, I think that's at the grassroots level, courts are the first the centers of learning for any member of the bar. But nowadays, of course, the young lawyers, they do prefer to come to the Supreme Court or the High Court. And I really congratulate the Supreme Court Bar Association, but most importantly, Nitin Saab and his entire team in the Bombay Bar Association for taking this initiative, that all the young lawyers who are inclined to join the High Court or the Supreme Court Bar, eventually they need to also be provided a training, and for their training, to my mind, qualitatively must be more vigorous and more rigorous than as compared to the district court lawyers. So it's extremely a very good initiative taken by them. I congratulate them, and I will request them that they must continue with this practice, and this initiative should continue. I just requesting Vikas Singh ji that if the Supreme Court Bar can have an annual training program calendar itself, you can notify that 50 lawyers on maybe that after every 2 months or so, they will be provided training. From the side of the Supreme Court, I can assure you, whether this auditorium, the bigger auditorium, or any room, or any kind of facility or logistic support you need, I will provide for it. We must we must make investment in the next generation of lawyers. Ultimately, out of them, these young people only, someone will become judicial officers, some of the others will join superior judicial services, some will be elevated eventually at the right time in the high courts. So this investment is extremely important for the posterity, for the next generation of the bar and bench both. And I will only simply say, in the context of the when we are talking of cricket, my brother Prasanna pointed out about Rahul and all these things. But always believe that this profession is a 5-day match. It's not T20. That's only one thing that you need to learn about it. Never think of that you will come and hit and go back. I think all the top leading lawyers, Mr. Sham, all of them are here, Mr. Vikas Singh. If you will, and you must have seen in Bombay also, Nitinji's office, and how they people perform and how their understanding about a particular brief, what is their perspective, and for that, how years investment has been made to build that perspective in a particular case. Their presentation, their understanding, their learning will be altogether different when they argue the matter before the court. So these are all the lessons of learning. The offices of the senior advocates are also very good training centers, though they are the institutions in themselves. So when you go there, it's extremely important that you learn when they are talking to the briefing counsel, what kind of question they are asking, why they are asking these questions, what is the answer being given, and next day when they present that case, what is being out of that question answer session, what is being picked up and what is being given up. All these are part of learning process. Similarly, when you find that in the courts also, maybe in High Court or maybe in Supreme Court, wherever you are practicing, when you find that there is some good case involving some questions of law is being argued, and some senior counsels are arguing that case, maybe some very young bright lawyers also argue very well. They are pretty good in arguing the matter. When they are arguing, then spending that time sitting inside the courtroom listening that matter is again part of the training. And that will be my earnest appeal to all of you, that you should really utilize your extra time spending in the courtroom. That was the professional lessons which we were told and we were given when we joined as a young lawyers, that never waste your time, go and sit in the court where the full benches were going on. And that really made us to learn so many things which we otherwise in due course of time as a young lawyer you don't get those briefs ultimately, because the contested cases, very contentious cases are given to you after completion of a particular say some amount of years when you invest and when your professional name is really developed, then those cases start coming. Before that, I think idea is that you must learn it, because all that we need to remember is that the confidence without competence is simply loudness, and confidence without that also you know it very well. So I think this much we always keep in mind. I am quite sure that this has also been part of the integral part of the training program. Once again, thank you very much. Congratulations, and my special thanks to the trainers, particularly the friends coming from different jurisdictions, that because Commonwealth practices are quite good. That's also a very good idea that Nitinji now shared, that you propose to participate in with the different jurisdictions. I think that kind of exposure is also very important. Best of the practices, how that within the same kind of framework, within the same set of laws, how they are practicing, what is the new things that they have been able to evolve, which are missing here, or what we have been able to. Like use of technology from our side is much more as compared to various other countries. So I think these are the, when you go for, you meet and you have an exchange of ideas, it really provides a very good platform. Thank you very much. I am absolutely confident that this training program will have a lifelong impact, and it's a great investment that the young lawyers have made in for themselves, and its the dividend are bound to come. All the best wishes. Thank you very much for it.
Thank you, Lordship. And Lordship, this is our second program. We did it in December with Priya Hingorani, Aman Hingorani, and Jaideep Gupta were the trainers. This is our second program of the SCBA. Before we go for vote of thanks, we have a small curated gift for our trainers who are especially here. Can I request the Chief Justice, I'll just call out the name, we can give a small token of gift on behalf of the SCBA to the trainers. Honorable Mr. Justice Farhan Dubhash. Yay. You want, sir can come. I think Lordship is coming in front. I can request Prasanna Valare also, sir, to join. Can I request Mr. Naushad Engineer to come forward? Now I request Ms. Mehak Bukwala to come forward. Now I request Mr. Aditya Bapat. Can I request Sneha Fene to come forward? Can I request Mr. Piyush Raheja? Okay, now I request Mr. Scott Clare. He has come from Scotland, our trainer. Now I request Mr. Swanand Gannu. Ms. Namrata Shah. Ms. Manjari Shah. Anirudh Haryani. Firoz Barucha. Iranian company. Firoz Barucha. Our course director Bhavik Lalan. Kirti Munshi, Miss Kirti Munshi. Oh, so Mr. Kirti Munshi, sorry, my mistake. Neeta Jain. Karl Schoff. Nishant Shashidharan. And last, Neha Bhidi. And one for Mr. Nitin Thakkar at Bombay Bar. So small token, sir, from our side. one. Leader. Yes. Thank you. Yes. We request Sandita ma'am to give vote of thanks, and we just go for high tea thereafter.
Good evening, everyone. I'm actually here to do something that has been delegated to me by the Joint Secretary. So if anything goes wrong, he is to be held responsible. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to the Bombay Bar Association for collaborating with us. I and Nitin Bhai, I think we have been discussing forever. How can we bring the best practices or the good things that the Bombay Bar keep doing to Delhi? And I think this is just the beginning. We are extremely grateful to the Honorable the Chief Justice of India for being here with us. Every academic journey or any other journey which is in the right direction that we do, the Honorable the Chief Justice is always there with us. We are extremely grateful for that. We are again extremely grateful to Justice Varale. There is a reason why we are always tempted to request him to please be with us on the dais, because then we are absolutely sure we are going to get something lyrical, rhythmic, beautiful. And today he also did not disappoint. Our president, of course, is standing as a strong pillar in whatever new idea that you give him. He says, please do it, and I'm there. So I think thank you for being such a strong support. And Nitin Bhai, for all that you do for your bar as well as now for this bar. And we are not leaving you from the SCBA. He had expressed his idea to leave SCPA last year, and I have already today told him that no, your membership has to continue, so that we can do many more things together. Rahul for being a big support. Mr. Shyam Diwan for standing with SCBA to support this program. We are extremely grateful. Most our office bearers, those who are present here, Ashok Bhai, Manish ji, Gaurav ji, Mukesh ji, Samta ji and Smriti, all of you, Monica ji for being there with us. But most, and of course I also recognize the presence of Rachna ma'am, who is always there with the bar. But most important, I have left it for the end, the trainers and the trainees. I think it's the choice that you as a team have made to impart education, learning, enhancing the skill set. And as in our traditional system, it's always called the biggest dan that you can ever do is that of the gyan. I think it's a great collaboration that you both are going to have. All the very best for being here. Wish you all the very success in this program. We request everyone to come here for a group photograph.
All the EC members, trainers, please come forward.
I request all EC member to join us.
And I think Shikhil is also there. I miss Shikhil. Thank you, Shikhil, for being there.
Now I know. You don't listen to me.
Come. No, I'm good. Thank you. Come, Rachna.
हाँ आ जाओ इधर साइड में आ जाओ साइड में खड़े भी हो जाते हैं
ये कैसा होगा
नो सर
Please join us for high tea.
How